welcome to Joy in Our Town. I'm Carolyn Love, and I'm your host for today. I hope you are as excited as I am about what's about to take place. My guests are Charles and Azalea Williams, who are the pastors of Forward Christian Center. Let's talk about marriage.
Yes, let's talk about marriage.
Let's talk about marriage.
That's what we do.
Yes, how are you all doing?
We're doing great. We're doing great.
Good. Okay, let's start out where we need to start out.
Okay.
Let's talk about marriage misconceptions. Where have folk gotten off thinking the wrong thing about marriage?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, one of the marriage misconceptions that we typically hear is that marriage isn't for everybody. A lot of people like to say that marriage isn't for everybody, but I believe that God has someone purpose for us. He has someone destined for us, and I know a lot of people are scared to step into marriage because they don't know who that person is.
Right. Well, you won't get to know them if you don't step in there.
You have to step out and get to know somebody.
Get to know them. How do you get to know someone?
Yeah. Well, I believe you have to first put yourself in a position to meet people. You have to put yourself in positions. I know a lot of people may be scared to get out of their comfort zone. I know kind of growing up in the church, we kind of be confined to just ministry itself.
Yeah.
But God has this awesome world out there. And I believe, when you begin to step out, He'll begin to make those connections to where you can have those opportunities to meet someone that may be interested in you.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
I believe that every moment can be an opportunity, even in Walmart. While you're shopping, while you're getting groceries, you can have an opportunity to meet someone. While you're in the bank doing your regular business, there are opportunities to meet someone. I tell my single friends all the time, girl, go out looking good. Even on your grocery run, make sure your hair's done. Make sure you look presentable so that somebody want to approach you. But if you're mean and you're looking as if you don't want to talk to anybody, it's going to be difficult for anyone to want to approach you. So just getting out there, enjoying life, not being restricted in your singleness, but getting out and getting to know somebody.
Right, and not looking at singleness as a sentence.
Yeah.
But that's just a season.
Just a season. Amen.
Right,
Amen.
so you've got to make yourself friendly. You
Yes.
got to be open and, hello, how are you? Just greet people. Have a pleasant look on your face.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, yeah, those are misconceptions that marriage is not for everyone. How long has marriage been for you?
Well, we'll be going into 19 years. November, we'll be celebrating
19 years.
good years.
19 good
I got to
years,
say it
yes.
like that.
Have to say it that way. That's good.
19
That's
good
good.
years.
Yeah.
God has been with us every step of the way.
Very good.
And as I tell a lot of people, I believe I love my wife more now than I did early on.
It's a growing thing.
It's a growing thing.
It's where we had to learn one another, get to know one another, and it gets better and better because this is my companion for life. This is somebody that I enjoy being with. We're not only married together, but we're friends.
Absolutely.
We enjoy each other's company.
And that makes a difference.
That makes a
friendship.
huge difference.
Well, now, this is a good place for me to talk about the cliche. The grass is greener on the other side.
Now we're about to step into some deep waters.
Come on.
Because truth be told, the grass can be greener on the other side. But what typically happens is there's a reason why the grass is greener.
Yeah, you can have green grass too.
Yeah, one of the examples we typically use is our neighbor.
Oh, yes.
They send their lawn man out every week. They send the bug man out. He comes and sprays the yard. And we begin to kind of covet their yard a little bit more than ours. But we did not put in the work. Every week they would have someone come in and maintenance their yard. And likewise, when it comes to our marriages, we have to make sure we send the bug man out. We send someone out to cut the weeds, to manicure it, to make it look good. So, the grass can look good on the other side, but it can look good on your side if you're willing to put in the work.
Invest the time, the management, the maintenance,
Yes.
and the work. So you're saying marriage is work?
It is work. It is work.
Really?
It takes work.
Yes.
There are some days when I wake up and I'm just in a funk and I'm just like, you know, I'm married today, I don't feel like talking to you, you know, but I have to make up in my mind that, you know, I'm going to exemplify who Christ is, you know, not just when I'm at church, but, you know, on my day-to-day living. I try to make sure that I work on being a good wife. I know it's not going to happen just simply by me just living, but there's work involved. I read a lot about marriage. I study good marriages. You know, I look at people that I see that are thriving and growing in their marriages, and I say, you know what are they doing? You know, like he was talking about the maintenance in the grass. There's some work being put in. You know, so there's work required. There's prayer required. There's things that we have to talk about. When we call it heated fellowship, we have to have those
Heated what?
heated fellowship.
I love it.
We have to have those heated fellowship moments. There are times that we have to talk about things that are uncomfortable for both of us. But we have to discuss those things so that we can become better in our marriage relationship.
That's right, and that's putting the time in. Well, now, if you put all of that in to make and work at a good marriage, let me ask you about this. What about idolizing your spouse's good looks, and then as life goes on and we change, let's talk about that.
Wow.
All right. You said a mouthful.
She said she'll let you start.
Yeah, I believe if you're going to step into marriage, you might as well go ahead and get what you want. You might as well get the person that you're looking for, whatever the size, make, and model that is. You might as well get it. But you can't rest on the looks. You have to go a little bit deeper. You have to make sure that person is proper, suitable, and fitted just for you. You have to make sure that there is some form of friendship, because those will be those things that endure time. Although she might be might look good right now, some things will change as you progress in marriage. But as the relationship continues to evolve and you know or learn a little bit more about her, those things that are on the inside will matter more than the things on the outside.
Oh, I like that. I like that. Well, let me ask you this. Is it the spouse's responsibility for making your happiness be happy?
Wow. Well, I would say there are some things that us as spouses are responsible for making our spouse happy. Far as in the bedroom, nobody else can do that but our spouse. So they have to make us happy in that area. But there are some things that only God can do. You know, only God can tap into the areas of me where there's a deepness that I need to be quenched. There is just so much that he can do for me. I love and I enjoy my husband. He makes me happy, but I can't hinge all of my happiness on him. It's too much for him to carry. It's too much weight to say, you know, I want you to make me happy every day. First of all, I have to be whole when I step into the marriage so that I can be able to encourage myself in times when he may be going through and I might be going through. And, you know, sometimes we got to find our joy from within. And we have to know that our happiness has nothing to do with the marriage or him itself, but it's all about just loving who we are, loving Christ Jesus, and just growing from there.
And if you're not happy, no one can make you happy.
So true.
You got to have a well of love and peace and happiness and joy
on the inside.
down in here. And then I'll just add to what you have. But if you're empty, you need God in a special way. Oh, Okay, well, now what are some tips for a happy marriage?
I would say one of the tips would be to continue to date your wife. I know early on during the courting years, we like to open up the car door. We like to dress up and court our wife. But I believe that as the marriage goes on, you have to continue to do those things. Create romantic opportunities. You know, keep things spontaneous. Those things will keep the fire lit in the marriage. And I believe, you know, as you continue to do that, the marriage will continue to go in the right direction.
The right direction.
I would say communication, always talking things through, because there are some times when you have to talk about major things and major issues, and keeping things open in the relationship. Transparency is vital. That's an important tip. One thing that we do in our house, everybody knows where everybody goes. You know, if you're going somewhere, just, you know, let me know where you are so that we can remain transparent. Everything's flowing and clicking on all cylinders, being open and honest with each other, not thinking that my husband is a robot, that, you know, he doesn't have human eyes. If he has struggles, I want him to talk to me about that. So those are some of the things that we do, or tips that we can give any couple that are thinking about getting married.
Even thinking about
Thinking
it.
about
If
it.
you're not ready to work at it, then you might not want to join anyone in holy
Marriage is for
matrimony.
grown
It's for
folks.
grown folks.
It's
Yes,
for
yes,
grown folks.
yes,
If
that's
you're
right.
not grown,
Right,
you're
right.
not ready.
That's willing to put in the work, and I love it when you begin to say that it takes transparency, because that's something that we preach a lot about. Where, you know, your wife, they should know your passwords. They should know, you know, where you're going. They should know who you're friends with. And I believe those small, minor things will allow that marriage to go the distance.
All right. So trust, honesty, openness,
Yes.
communicating, working with
Yes.
each other,
Yes.
and still dating. Now I got to do all of that and date you too.
Yes.
It sounds good. Sounds like a winning combination. And I believe that longevity in any marriage, and what you say, 19 years?
19 years. Yeah.
Am I 19 years old yet? Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Well,
Maybe
you know,
next year you will be.
maybe next year, maybe I'll grow up. But I'm honored to say that marriage is still God's choice and God's best for
Yes,
us.
it is.
And that as we please God, we please our mate. And Proverbs 5:18 says, let that fountain
Yes.
blessings and those things that flow from us. It's found in our youth. And I think youth can be wherever you start at. You can, whether you started at 18, 20, 25, 30, 60, 62, whatever. I certainly do appreciate you sharing and being a blessing to our viewers and those who listen to what real marriage is about. Marriage, God style.
Yes.
Amen. All right. Well, thank you. Will you come back very soon and talk about marriage again?
Will do.
All right. All right. Don't go away. We're going to pause and go to break, but we'll be right back. We'll see you in a moment.